A very good morning all of you students of class 8. Today we are going to continue the poem and we are almost in the middle of the poem. And you might have remembered the previous classes, All the World's a Stage by William Shakespeare. To give you a recap, William Shakespeare says that the life of a man is split or it is divided into 7 stages. And he begins the poem with the line, all the world's a stage and all the men and women merely players. The world is considered, or he compares the world to a stage. Metaphor, all the world's a stage. And all the men and women merely players. Everybody in this universe, be it a child or be it a grown-up man, be it an old man, a man who is to die, all of us are players on this great stage of the world. And with our birth we make an entry and with our death we make an exit. So a child enters the world, okay, and that exactly is the entrance of the stage. And the child grows into an adult, adolescent and a young man and finally dies as an old person. So when a person dies, he makes an exit from the stage. That is the world stage, the stage of the world. Now, we come to the 5th stage of a man. What exactly is the 5th stage of a man? The 5th stage is a justice. He becomes a judge. You remember in the previous class we discussed a man becoming a soldier and he's trying to look for the reputation in a cannon's mouth, full of strange oaths, and he has a beard like a leopard. So that was the stage of a soldier. He was sudden and quick in quarrel, a short-tempered person. And when the stage of the soldier is done, when that stage comes to an end, then begins the stage of the justice. Now he takes up a different role. He assumes a different role. And what is that role? The role of a justice. A justice is a wise man. He delivers justice to different kinds of people with different kinds of cases. You might have seen judges in the court. Criminal cases, civil cases, lots of cases come to him and he delivers the verdict. He gives the judgment. So, and then the justice, and how does the justice look? In fair round belly with a good game and light. Fair round belly. You see, when the justice becomes old, normally a justice is above 50 or 55 years of age. So when he reaches that stage of life, he becomes a man with a fair round belly. His belly becomes fat. You call it as a pot belly, right? You call it as a pot belly. So when the belly becomes fat, you see the justice ahead. What Shakespeare wants to say is, along with your age, your wisdom grows. Wisdom does not come overnight. You cannot become a wise man all of a sudden. You have to wait and you have to learn with experiences. And finally, when you become old, along with your old age comes the wisdom. So wisdom has to be acquired through experience, not just by collecting information. One does not become wise by learning many things. One becomes wise by learning lessons from life and experiences. So, in fair round belly, the justice has a very round belly. It looks like a pot belly, according to his age, with a good capon line. Capon is a fat chicken. So that exactly is the old word in the Elizabethan English. Capon, a fat chicken. So he looks like a fat chicken with a fat belly. But along with his physical structures, he has wisdom in his head. That is the most important thing. Capon lined, with eyes severe, he becomes a serious man. A justice is never a light person. What do you mean by a light person? He doesn't kind of poke fun when he is there on the seat of justice. He is not too loose with his talk when he is there on the seat of justice. With eyes severe, he looks very straight, very solemn, very severe, a serious person, and beard of formal cut. What kind of a beard does he have? See, in the stage of the soldier, we saw that the soldier had a beard like a leopard, bearded like the pard. Pard stands for leopard. So it was a long and a bushy beard, giving a very majestic look, maybe a very impressive personality, okay? A dashing personality, you can also say. So, Justice, unlike the soldier, has a formal cut, a French beard or a beard of formal cut. His beard is not bushy. It is not wild, but it is trimmed, and he has a formal beard because the beard suits the personality and his designation. So according to his post, according to his designation, he has a beautiful beard, a beard which is a formal one, a beard which is of a formal cut, beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances. What do you mean by wise saws? Wise sayings. Saws stands for sayings. So, a judge is a wise man, so he speaks wisely. He does not involve himself in loose talk. He does not involve himself in cheap talk. His talk holds maturity. He's a matured person. And whatever he says is wise and perfect, full of wise sayings and modern instances. He speaks of all the problems. He finds solution for all the problems through his wise sayings. He gives a fair judgment, an impartial judgment through his sayings. Okay? Instances. And so he plays his part. This is the role of a judge. So what exactly is the role of a judge? To deliver sound judgment, to deliver an impartial judgment. And how does he look? He looks fat like a chicken, and his belly is round, fair and round. It's a pot belly, and his head is full of wise sayings. And how do his eyes look? Eyes severe. They are very serious. They are not kind of, what to say, very informal, or he doesn't involve in any kind of informal chat. Eyes severe, strict, and beard of formal cut. His beard is that of a formal kind. It is not a bushy beard. It's not the kind of the beard that a soldier has, but it's a beard which is of a formal cut. Nice to look at. And so he plays his part. So with that, the stage of the justice comes to an end. Now we are on to the sixth stage. And Shakespeare beautifully describes this stage. The sixth stage shifts into lean and slippered pantaloon. What do you mean by pantaloon? Lean and slippered pantaloon. You see, in the big metros, you have a shop by the name Pantaloons. If you go to Calcutta, if you go to Delhi, Chennai, Hyderabad, Bangalore, you find a shop by the name Pantaloons. What do you mean by pantaloons? Loose pants. They are not tight pants, but loose pants. You have all kinds of pants. When you go to a kind of ready-made store, you have to choose from a wide range. So a slip fit, there are pants which are very tight. And then you have the jeans pants. Then you have a whole lot of variety. But what do you mean by pantaloon? Pantaloon is a loose, baggy trouser. So the justice is a fat man, and he is not comfortable with tight clothings just as a young man dresses, just as a lover dresses, just as a soldier dresses. No, he's not comfortable with those tight clothings, tight fittings. But he is comfortable with pantaloons. And pantaloons are quite comfortable, loose pants. You can also call them as baggy trousers, right? They are like a balloon, okay, puffed up. So the justice wears a pantaloon, loose fitting clothes, and slippered. He's no longer found in his shoes. When he was a soldier, he was on his shoes, boots. When he was a young man, he had impressive shoes, or shoes of a very, very expensive nature. So he wore costly shoes. But now, the justice has lost his strength, and he begins to wear slippers and pantaloon. Right, lean and slippered pantaloon. He becomes lean now. It's not, what to say? The pantaloons, they are very lean. They are baggy trousers. You can call them as baggy trousers. Quite comfortable and loose. with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. Spectacles. He has lost the power of sight. So as we grow older and older, we lose our eyesight and we take the help of spectacles, right? When we are young, we have eyes which are bright, beautiful and glaring, and we are not in need of any spectacles. Of course, exceptional cases, they have spectacles, but generally, young people, they have good eyesight and they don't depend on spectacles. But here the case is different. And how is the case different? The justice. He takes the help of spectacles to do all his readings and for even the general use. He's not able to see without the help of spectacles. So, what Shakespeare tries to indicate is, as the age advances, your strength fails you and you need to take help of spectacles. Okay? With spectacles on nose, the spectacles are hanging on the nose and pouch on side. What do you mean by pouch on side? His cheeks become saggy. What do you mean by saggy? Sagging means hanging. Loose flesh begins to hang around his cheek. So you see old people, their skin is withered and they have loose flesh hanging over their cheeks, or loose flesh hanging below the cheek, you can say. And even the body becomes very loose. You mean the flesh becomes loose. So, spectacles, the justice wears spectacles and his cheeks, they become what you call saggy. They become saggy and they start hanging all over. Loose flesh. His youthful hose well said, a world too wide for his shrunk shank. What is the meaning of hose? Hose means trousers. His youthful hose well said. When he was young, when he was a soldier, right? When he was a lover, when he was a young man, a dashing young man, he wore pants which were very attractive. Those trousers were very impressive. They went with his body and structure. But those trousers are now useless. Those trousers are now useless because he cannot wear them. If he puts them on, they would be too tight for him. So the clothes would not fit him. And well said, this useful hose, his youthful hose, his trousers are no longer in use, so he tries to save them. He doesn't use them, but he saves them. No, I cannot wear them anymore. A world too wide for a shrunk shank. What do you mean by a world too wide? The world that Shakespeare is talking about is the trousers. So, see how beautifully he explains. Even the trousers which he was wearing once are of no use for him now, and he has to save the trousers. He has to keep it aside in the wardrobe. Well said, a world too wide. It's actually very, very big for him, for a shrunk shank. What is the meaning of shrunk shank? The withered body. You see the flowers, in the morning they are fresh, they bloom, they are bright, they are with brilliant colors. But as the sun goes down, the flower begins to wither, it dries up. In the same manner, a young man who was full of energy, who was energetic, who was active, who was dynamic, who was brimming with life, is now becoming old and his flesh begins to become loose. His clothes begin to become very uncomfortable for him and he takes the help of spectacles. Everything is going away from him. When you are born as a child, everything comes to you. Beauty comes to you, strength comes to you, wisdom comes to you. But then when you are old, everything says goodbye to you. Your eyesight says goodbye to you. Your teeth say goodbye to you. Your clothes say goodbye to you. Your flesh says goodbye to you. Everything says goodbye to you for his shrunk shank. So when everything says goodbye to you, you become like a withered flower, a dry flower. So no longer is there the strength that you had when you were a child or a soldier. So your strength leaves you, shrunk shank. And with the advancement of age, the body becomes weaker and weaker, the flesh becomes loose, okay, and the eyes become poor and he's not able to see anything. So his body is just a mass of flesh, that is all. Everything is leaving him now. So with the sixth stage, man becomes almost weak. With the sixth stage, man becomes inactive. With the sixth stage, man is almost moving towards his last stage, that is the seventh stage, that is the death itself. So before the death, man becomes powerless. Nobody is powerful against death. Nobody can have a control over death. Nobody can triumph over death. Death is very powerful. And as Shakespeare says, death is a necessary end. It will come when it will come. You cannot stop that. It is a necessary end for all of us. So before man reaches this necessary end, the last stage, he almost loses part of his strength, part of his, his vision, right? Part of everything that he has, he loses. So today we discussed two stages. The first stage was the stage of the justice, and then the stage of an old man who becomes helpless, right? So there is only one more stanza that is left. We will have that in the next video, and I want you to take a look into these things. Just ponder over these words. Pantaloon, baggy trousers. Hose, just trousers, and shrug, withered, lean body. And what do you mean by saws? Wise sayings. Saws means wise saying. So here I have left a small note for you. The justice has a round belly, his eyes are serious, and he has a formal beard. The sixth stage, he begins to wear spectacles and pantaloons, okay. His youthful pants and clothes are of no longer any use to him, and his body becomes weak. So, my dear students, I hope you might have got a clear picture about what we discussed today. We'll discuss the last stanza in the forthcoming video. Till then, keep revising, learning the poem, and stay safe at home. Goodbye.